There was a time when we were happy and it was real happiness. There was that time when even if we were sad, it was real sadness. When if we loved, the love was childish and therefore sincere, therefore innocent, as love is expected to be. That even if we chose to hate, it will be genuine still. When we were excited, it went deep, it echoed in our soul. But that was before we died. That was before we became this version of us. Now we have a kind of happiness that is plastic, that is contracted or contrived, because they came along to present to us a kind of happiness that made us question our own happiness. They came along to give us a kind of joy that made us question our own joy. They came along to bring an idea of what happiness should look like. And we started wondering whether we were really happy. And gradually, and steadily, we shifted and allowed organic happiness, real joy, real peace to seep out of us, to continue to drop, to drip and to drop silently while we replace it with the idea, their idea of love, their idea of happiness, their idea of whatever. And gradually, our reality, our real self faded away. It continued dripping until now. What remains in us is a version that they created. And unfortunately, that is not who we are. And that is why steadily we seek happiness, and yet it seems to elude us. We seem to reach for it and we are not able to hold on to it. We intend to love and we go for love, but you find that it's like it is eluding you. You are trying to hold it, but whatever you hold, after checking through, you find that it is something else. It is infatuation, it is lust, it is just some carnal desire, it is just your way of easing off. They've taken it away. Constantly consuming content, yet the outcome is discontentment. That is how they designed it, so that we will be left in a loop, steadily going back for more content, seeking satisfaction just to consume it and become more dissatisfied. And in that dissatisfaction, you go back for more, only for it to leave you emptier than you were. And so now you find that happiness is just aesthetic, it's just it's just performance. You find joy to be a distant, you hardly hear people even discuss joy. And even when it is being discussed, it is being referred to as something else other than organic happiness. Just look at you. Do you have happiness outside of the media? When you shut down your data, when you shut down your phone, can you experience happiness? Can you experience love outside of the idea that you have from the media? Just look at you. There was a time when music brought a kind of serenity to the soul. Those days gradually slipped away. Now you listen to good, you hardly even see good music around. There was a time when people took time to meditate, to think, to reflect, but now you dare not. Outside there, we have the DJ playing, we have the buses, conductors shouting, we have so much noise. And inside, you have your phone. The social media is always having one trend or another. There are programs that are steadily coming up that you are constantly looking forward to. So even when you are silent in your head, there is that discussion that is ongoing from Twitter. There is that ongoing discussion from whatever platform. So basically, if you choose to think about it, you will find that everything about you is what you were advised to do, is what you were taught to do by the media. There is nothing that is organic again. I think at this point it is safe to say that we are maybe not genetically modified people, but obviously we are a modified people. And this version of us is not the real version. And that is what has happened even to animals. And now even plants are not safe. So once upon a time, you just need to take a stroll down a lonely path, just enjoying nature, the trees, the water, rivers, the rocks, and you find a sense of that peace that should have belonged to us, that belonged to us while we were natural beings. But now even the plants are being threatened. They are about to be modified into something else. Soon we'll lose contact with our very nature. We'll lose contact with what makes us to be humanity. Even when we pretend to be human, it is for the cameras to chase cloud and for just some personal sentiment. Because the way we treat one situation is different from the way we treat another situation. Because in one situation, we get the attention that we are seeking. In another situation, nobody is there to take record. That's not being human. That is just being maybe a content creator. Then we are just looking for attention. That's all. And even when people love, it is just aesthetics. It is just a show, either to pepper people or for just some reason apart from love itself. So people are not happy, especially youth. That dissatisfaction now it is from the content consumption, it drifts because you find eventually that you are not satisfied after consuming lots of it. You drift and say, probably if I take some drugs, may satisfy. And from drugs are also designed in the same way You take it for satisfaction, but it leaves you dissatisfied. So you go for more. You take it looking for that happiness that should have been natural. People cannot be excited without taking some kind of things. And it is designed in such a way that the more you take, the more you need to take again. And that satisfaction, it proliferates, it expands. You enter into gambling because perhaps you will find satisfaction there. And that is how gambling is also designed. You do it today, you want to do it tomorrow because you feel dissatisfied. Whether you win or you don't win, you feel dissatisfied. If you win, you say tomorrow you would want to win more or win bigger. If you lose, you say tomorrow may be my day. And so it is one more game and one more game for one more day and one more day. And that is how the loop continues. And some people give themselves over to sensual satisfaction. You think that this craving, if I satisfy it now, I think I will be fine. But it is designed in such a way that once you go for it, it is the more you will need it. So it's a system that has been designed to take you and I away from who we are meant to be or who we originally are and give us an idea, not just giving an idea, but to convert us into robots now because it is what you are fed that you live on. It is what you are instructed that you do. It is what is acceptable that you accept. Tell me how different you are from a robot. I have so much to say about this that I think this video is becoming too long. So, whatever it is that you are able to get from this, that's what's meant for you.